Welcome back. I'm James with Laughing Dragon Foundries, and today we are going to walk you through the process of cleaning the supports off of the Holiday Express engine. This does print with a lot of supports. Fair warning, this is what it looks like coming off the printer. And I know supports to some of you can be a little bit intimidating, but if you do it the way we show you, shouldn't be stressful at all. And we'll have a little fun in the process. So sit back, relax, and let's show you how it's done.
So there's a couple of different kinds of supports. First of all, there's normal supports, which look like these here. They're blocky in appearance and go straight up and down. Then you have what's called tree supports. Now, tree supports are a little bit more organic in appearance, and they have a tendency to be a little easier to remove. Here's another example of tree supports on the underside of our Holiday Express engine roof. Since tree supports are the easiest to remove, let's start with removing them off of our cow catcher. As you can see, all you really need to do is just give it a little tug, and in most situations, they peel off rather easily and cleanly. We did get a little bit more of a dense support here underneath the snap fit connector in the back, but just give it a good tug and off it comes. And as you can see, the piece is nice and clean and is ready to assemble. The supports on the bottom of our engine roof are a bit more dense and shorter because of how close this part prints on the print bed. So I'll use the trimmers that come with one of my printers to get it started, and just gently prying away from the piece, being sure not to nick the piece underneath. Despite there being a forest of tree supports, every pun intended, you'll see that they come off very easily, exposing the final part, getting it ready for assembly. Yes, now for normal supports. These are a bit more robust in design and therefore are stronger, which also can make them a bit more difficult to remove. However, if you use the technique that I show you and a good pair of side cutters, you'll be able to get them off without too much trouble. Instead of removing the top or the bottom, you want to cut through the center of the supports all the way across. While we speed this video up, remember, always take your time when removing supports. There is nothing worse than spending hours, even days, printing something only to accidentally destroy it because you got in a hurry. Take a breath. Removing supports isn't a race. It's a patience workout. Treat this like a tiny lesson in chill. Now, remember what I said earlier about being careful about the structure of your model underneath your supports. Right here are the bottoms of our axles. You can't see the sides of the axles, so knowing where these are at are key when you're trimming away those supports to make sure that you don't cut in to the axle housing itself. And there you go. There is the exposed axle housing. So again, careful support removal is key in making sure that you don't destroy the structure of your print underneath. This version of the engine was printed with the Wiggle Bud's face, and as you can see, not all normal supports are difficult to remove. That one just pops right out. With all the supports removed around the base of the engine, all that's left to do now is remove the supports from inside the window holes of the cabin. Again, using the same technique as before, cut across the center of your supports, and then they will pop easily out of the window holes with almost no effort.
So there you go. That's how it's done. In the meantime, give us a like, subscribe, follow. All of the links are in our bio. And remember, we do live streams Wednesdays. I try to make it out here at least once a week. So keep smiling, keep creating, and make a little something that puts some joy in your day. We'll see you next time. Ooh, ooh.